About 200 million of them are tied to active websites. Okay, let's just jump right in. There is a massive, and I mean massive, untapped market online right now.
Let me just pause this for a second. Welcome to my channel, and we will be talking about email just before we get into the live stream and me sharing my screen with you, obviously on a live dashboard. I made this notebook LM. I really want you to really listen to this, and it's only a few minutes, and I will be back straight after this.
We're talking about 200 million potential points of contact. Okay, let's just jump right in. There is a massive, and I mean massive, untapped market online right now. We're talking about 200 million potential points of contact. But here's the catch. The very tools that most email marketers use today are actually the biggest barrier to reaching this audience. So let's break down why that is and what the alternative looks like.
So get this. As of right now, there are nearly 380 million registered domain names out there in the world. That's just a mind-boggling number of online properties. But what we really care about is, how many of those are actual active businesses we could connect with.
And that's where this number comes in. Of all those domains, about 200 million of them are tied to active websites. Every single one represents a business, an organization, a creator, and crucially, every single one has an inbox. That's a direct line of communication, a huge landscape just waiting for outreach.
Now, you might be thinking, wow, that's a golden opportunity. And you're right, it absolutely is. But it's not an opportunity for everyone. Your ability to actually tap into this depends entirely on the technology and the strategy you're using. For most people, honestly, this opportunity is a complete mirage.
To really get why, we first have to look at the way most email marketing works today. We need to talk about the most common model out there, the shared platform. This is the bedrock for almost all the popular tools you see advertised everywhere.
So here's the thing. Most of these big-name email marketing platforms are built on a model that prioritizes simplicity. And that's great, but that simplicity comes with some serious trade-offs. It basically creates a cage with built-in boundaries that can really stunt your growth once you hit a certain scale.
And the core of that cage is what we call shared infrastructure. I want you to think of it like a giant apartment building for email. It's easy to move in, it's efficient, but you're sharing everything: the plumbing, the hallways, the address. If your neighbor down the hall throws a wild party and gets the cops called, well, the whole building's reputation takes a hit. Your email deliverability is tied to the actions of thousands of other people.
This quote really just nails it, doesn't it? You don't own the space. You don't control the environment. You're basically just renting a room on a massive platform. And that means you have to play by a set of rules designed to protect the entire community, not just you.
All right, so that's the concept, but how does this shared model actually translate into real, painful limitations, especially for businesses that are all about growth and large-scale outreach? Well, this is where we find the hidden and often very high cost of trying to scale up. On these platforms, you start hitting roadblocks that are there to manage those shared resources. They might box you into having just one primary list, which makes any kind of sophisticated marketing really tough. They put hard caps on how many contacts you can upload. And the big one, their entire business model is often built on charging you more for every single contact you add. And it's not just that the pricing is high, it's that it can be totally unpredictable. Like the source points out, you have zero power over what they decide to charge you tomorrow. As your business grows, your bill grows right alongside it, sometimes exponentially. It's like you're being penalized for your own success. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The numbers tell the whole story. Look at this. For a list of 100,000 contacts, you could easily be paying over $1,000 a month on these popular shared platforms. Now compare that to an example of what the private model costs. The difference is, well, it's staggering. So it really just boils down to two completely different business models. One is designed to make more money as your contact list gets bigger, which feels like a tax on your success. The other is a simple flat fee, designed to give you the freedom to grow without that financial drag. So, if the shared path is full of these scaling challenges, what's the other way? What's the key that actually unlocks that 200 million inbox opportunity for the people who really need it? The answer is a complete shift in how you think about email. Remember that apartment building analogy? Well, this is like moving out and buying your own house. This is private email infrastructure. It is a system built just for you
on your own domain, giving you 100% control. And this right here is the magic of it. You are completely isolated. Your sending reputation is entirely your own. No more noisy neighbors, no risk of getting blacklisted because of someone else's dumb mistakes. Now, of course, with that ownership comes responsibility. It's on you to maintain that good reputation. And with that ownership comes an incredible amount of freedom. The freedom to build everything on your own domain, the freedom to create unlimited lists, upload unlimited contacts, and send at a scale that's just not possible on most shared platforms. This is the model that's actually built to go after those 200 million inboxes. Okay, so let's put these two philosophies right next to each other. This isn't about good versus bad, not at all. It's about two different tools that are built for two very different jobs. On one side, you've got managed convenience. On the other, you have total control. When it comes to organizing your audience, shared tools often push you towards keeping it simple, sometimes with just that one primary list. But with private infrastructure, the name of the game is precision. You can create endless lists and segments, slicing and dicing your audience for super targeted campaigns. And here is the clearest difference of all. That pay per contact model is literally a tax on your growth. A private system, it just completely removes that barrier. You can upload all the domain leads you want to target that huge B2B market, and you never have to watch your bill creep up with every new contact you add. And finally, let's talk about something really important: your brand's value. On so many of these shared platforms, their logo is on your emails. You're basically paying them to advertise their own service. With a private system, every single email is sent from your domain, building your brand's authority and trust with every message you send out. So when you strip it all away, it comes down to a fundamental choice about your strategy. The real question isn't which system is better. It's which system is right for the business you want to build. Do you need a managed, simple platform that's great for permission-based newsletters? Or do you need a private, fully controlled system built for massive scale and outreach? Only you know the answer to that.
All right. Now you know what's happening, especially on email front. First of all, let me get rid of this notebook LM so we can save a little bit bandwidth here, as I have too many YouTube tabs and many other tabs open here, and I will be sharing my screen with you just a second. Just give me a moment. A little bit slow on the Google side of things. So we're talking about email. Before we get into that, I'd like to introduce myself once more. I am Evangelos Taxiarchis. I am one of the founder of No Limit Emails. And if you haven't heard of No Limit Emails, what's really is about, how it came about, I highly recommend you to check out on YouTube on a No Limit Emails channel. Let me first show you that, and then we will kind of dive in a little bit more deeper, especially on the email. Just a moment. I do apologize, guys. Yes, it's like a little bit slow in here on YouTube. So you can see this is a YouTube channel called No Limit Emails, and I do daily lives in there. And currently there are quite a few videos in there, but you can find most of the content in here, all email related. And of course, this evening I have this live session coming up, and each live, as you can see, some of them an hour, majority of them almost hour-long videos, and they are all original, not edited live streams relating to emails, and also quite a few comparison videos in here too, so you can go and check them out. So when I'm talking about emails in here on my channel, maybe you just come across to my channel on YouTube, you may be thinking, who is this guy? Why kind of like he's talking the way he's talking? I'm talking based on a reality, based on my own experience, based on what really I'm been doing last 6 years. And last 6 years, I have published literally thousands of videos now on YouTube, on Facebook, on everywhere else relating to email, especially mass bulk email, cold email, and everything to do with email, because obviously we provide email services. So go ahead and browse that. So the way that, let me kind of get that here, and we put this URL on the chat for you on here if you are coming across to this channel. So let's put that in here, and I'm also going to pin this. Let's pin that. Okay, so we have that. So first of all, I'd like to ask you a question. Are you currently sending emails? And what kind of numbers are you sending? Who you sending with? What kind of tools are you using? I love to know, see how you are doing. And hopefully stuff that I'm doing can also help you, as we are kind of, you could say, doing same thing. But I will kind of surprise you a little bit. When it comes to the email, I think there is not many people in the world doing email like I am, and also same time as a provider of the email services myself. Hopefully you'll get some great value out of the stream. I do apologize. I have got no camera on because literally my internet is a bit sluggish, and when I'm opening a camera, it's just bandwidth drop. Then obviously YouTube kind of kicks me out on live stream, and I don't want that to happen. So in here you can see, and there is lots of amazing content in here. And go ahead and comment here. Browse these videos, obviously watch them. As you can see, it's quite regular. I do post them daily. Like this was like yesterday, the day before, the day before that, the day before that, the day before that. You can see in here. And of course, this content is totally different than anything else you see on the YouTube when it comes to the emailing and cold emailing. And also, as a provider, you can see I am doing really my homework. Everything that I share with you in here is based on truth, based on a reality, based on really what's going on today. And so you can understand a little bit where I'm coming from. And also, obviously, if you want learn a bit more about me, jump on to the Live Square room that from No Limit Emails, and you can have a conversation with me over there too. So it's about the email, right? It's generally speaking, not many people out there doing email like we are, providing services like I am, and majority of the people out there who's kind of like doing email stuff, generally they really do not understand. They don't know, because they never kind of run services, serve thousands of people, especially deliver billions of emails, literally 24 hours a day, and deal with that side of kind of basically side of email. And therefore, lots of people out there, generally, they just talking hypothetically. They're not talking based on reality. And of course, majority people out there, they utilize shared tools, shared IPs, shared infrastructure, SaaS tools, like, they either be sending emails through the MailChimp or similar. But in this case, I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see. So hopefully you've seen that channel. And I'm just going to log in to the live email dashboard here. So you can see some numbers that I've been sending. So why you should really listen to me, why you should join our network, and why you should do email on your own domain. As you can see, this is my domain, has nothing to do with No Limit Emails. And this is the kind of levels of emails that I'm sending. So you can see yesterday I sent an email, it was 150,000 people. The day before, 97,000. Few, like obviously this is copied, is not for 2nd of May, but generally speaking, there's 180,000 emails, 155,000, 65,000 emails, 240,000 emails, 166,000 emails. So remember, they are one-time shot emails, as you can see, at one go. So lots of people talk about bulk emails, cold emails, but lots of people really kind of lost in the shared hosting ecosystems. They cannot come online in here on YouTube to show you this kind of stuff. But I am, and I hope that gives you some confidence and some credibility to me, to sharing this kind of amazing information with you guys. So you can see in here, I've sent some campaigns, 200,000, 104,000. It just goes on and on and on and on. And I personally send more than 1 billion emails myself with the specific website over a period of time. But I have several sites just similar to this that currently I'm running, and as well as I list manage for several clients. So you can see one of my campaigns, majority of the emailers out there talk about email will not really do in their lifetime. And once more, just a little bit disclaimer in here, this is just random data, publicly available data that I just kind of got an upload and made an email and send an email to them. So you can see in here. On the specific website, I have about 11 million contacts. And of course, I send way more than 11 million emails. With the specific website, I have sent very close to the 1 billion emails in total, like literally over the few years. And also last 2 years, I have sent more than 200 million emails with the specific website. And as you can see, it's like, just looking on my screen in here, you can see is more than a million emails here. So it's one shot in here, I send it to 500,000. So you can see, like, going up here, as you can see, I sent 1 million email at one go. Like just in here alone, you can see 1 million, 1,200,000, 1 million almost 400,000, 1 million almost 500,000. That's 2 million emails, more than 2 million emails you can see in here, just in this screenshot alone. And I'm not telling you lies, I'm showing you the fact, showing you truth, showing you the numbers in here, and you can see the dates and everything else. And when it comes to the lists, on this specific website, currently, I have around 800 different lists, and lists are basically, as you can see in here, the numbers, type of numbers that I have uploaded in each different lists. So you can see this, all right? So there is not many guys or girls, emailers out there in the internet coming and showing you this kind of stuff, but here it is, guys. As you know, I really do not hide anything. Everything's transparent, everything is true, everything is fact, everything is, you could say, verifiable. So this is what's all about. It's about really helping you in the real world send emails to real emails and doing this kind of stuff. So in one specific website in here, I have 800 lists and compile, like really compiled close to the 12 million emails here. As you can see, and just genuinely all of it is a cold emails. So I hope now you can see kind of level that I am at versus everyone else out there. Hopefully, you can see the big difference, the videos that I'm posting or the live streams that I'm doing versus everything else that hyped up you see on the YouTube or generally on the internet, on the social media. So I hope this makes you kind of see some value in here, because literally no one else is out there, and neither has the capability to show you this kind of stuff, or ability, or knowledge, or services that they can provide to you. But I am, and I hope that you can see the real deal. And of course, I'm not here to sell you no limit emails, guys. That's your choice. You can join us, not join us. I'm not desperate for clients. So, that being said, reality should hit you hard. If you are really a business, or you're just starting business and you want to have a decent machine that you can do your outreach, you cannot really find anything better than this. If you do, please also invite me in and I will join you instantly. And genuinely speaking, and I am interested if you guys know systems that also can allow me send million emails and not cost me arm and a leg. And literally, this system is costing me as a user $97 a month. Uh, Obviously, there are different packages now on no limit emails. According to the packages, different prices. And you can always check that out and just kind of Google it, no-limit-emails.com with an S. Get on the list if you want, or go to the URL I will be sharing with you just a second, and have a look at prices in there, and you can decide. Basically, what this is private email hosting infrastructure that provided by No Limit Emails company that I found with my partner 6 years ago. And we've been running this specific system for 6 years now, served several thousands of people till now. And we never looked back. And obviously, I had the problems myself relating to email. That's why kind of I found it, and we set up No Limit Emails. We build it, kind of code it ourselves, and this is the end results. So it's pretty amazing tool for myself. As you can see, amount of level of email that is allowing me to send is pretty amazing. But this is kind of, you could say, everything that you need in an emailer. It does the verification, obviously has its own SMTP, is run on my private domain, has its own dedicated IPs, and that allows me to kind of scale the email and do the email like this. So this is the obviously yesterday's email. I want to show you the content. And if you really want to kind of know a little bit more about no limit emails and capabilities, just watch that no limit emails channel. You will see it is pretty amazing. But I'm here to want to know if you are sending emails. If you are, please let me know what you're using and what kind of level are you at, how many emails are you sending. And this is basically why I'm doing this specific stream, and hopefully you will like it, and hopefully it will be interesting to you. So as you can see in here, beating the competition on deliverability since 2024, but really is not. It's since 2019, guys. But this is just 2024 image that I take way back when. So now we even doing much better. So you can see in here on probably some of these names are kind of familiar to you, like Active Campaign, Constant Content, Get Response, MooseSend, Clever Reach, MailerLite, MailChimp, Bravo, Drip, MailJet, whatever, kind of HubSpot, all of them. As you can see, no limit emails on top with 97%, 97 score on deliverability. And of course, if didn't deliver, guys, is kind of, this is my email content in here, so you can see some of the previous campaigns on a little bit more targeted list, and you can see kind of numbers in here, the true numbers, as pretty insane. Like, you know, literally you can't really match this. I don't care what type of emails you are sending, even you have a very high hyperactive list. As you can see in here, this is again cold outreach. I'm sending, you know, low numbers in here, a little bit more targeted kind of leads for clients. So you can see the results. You can see it's just amazing amount of traffic that has been generated generally from a very, you know, you could say moderate list size, like, you know, 5,000, 6,000 type of kind of numbers, but sending email to example for 2,500 people, 1,700 people reading that email, especially on a cold outreach. It just doesn't happen in every day, guys. And just look at this, like it's not one campaign, but literally every campaign I've been sending last 2 years with this domain is like this. So, you know, like sending 4,000 emails, nearly 1,000 people reading your emails, not too bad. Sending 4,200 emails, nearly 3,000 people reading your emails is pretty amazing. As you can see, the lowest campaign in here is literally like, I think it's like the lowest one is a 17% read, like, you know, send 3,000 emails and here 552 people read. But some campaign, as you can see in here, hitting 94% of people read that email. So 3,115 emails sent, 2,951 people read the email. I mean, reads are not just really open like or click. The reads are actually people kind of open that email, they scroll that email, they read that email, they stay on that email a certain amount of time. And this is what we see it in here on this campaigns in here. So you can see it's not just one. This is basically tiny screenshot I did kind of tech to just show you the difference in here between the random number of emails that I sent to the just brutally, you could say, public data and brutal cold outreach on a mass, really huge, but and also you've seen it on a small scale, which is very, very nice when you see it like literally deliverability, just like I show you, is based on this kind of stuff. This is why no limit emails at the top, like here. You know, like all of this are shared, hosted, and no limit emails is private. As you can see, it is get built on my own domain. So this case is get built on client's domain, and you have very similar power to this. So when it comes to the really elements in here, you can do a lot. You can have a asset delivered landing pages creator, you know, like forms, dynamic content, webhooks, all that kind of stuff, email automation, campaigns. It's just like any other autoresponder, but a lot more powerful. And here you can actually score the people. For example, this is brand new email I sent. And as you can see, many different links in here. I have YouTube link, I have a Trustpilot link, my LinkedIn link, and obviously a sales page link. So by the way, this is the sales page if you want to go in and you can check the prices out in here. So, you know, sending 100,000 emails for currently $67 a month, and you get one dedicated IP built same system on your domain. And here, obviously, you can send 250,000 email a month, 2 dedicated IPs, only 97, and that's what I am on that package. And or you can send million emails as $197 a month, and send unlimited. Currently prices less than $7,000 a month, and which is this alone, to be honest, is every single cent is worth, because literally you can send every single day million emails, which is mean like end of the year 365 million emails that you can send with this price. You get 5 dedicated IPs, and of course you get us as your team in the back end, and you just see what kind of numbers this specific system does. Like looking my own experience last 6 years, as you can see, even some of those systems are out there. You pay probably between $8,000 to $30,000 a month, and you cannot send 500,000 email at one go. So this is the big difference in it. So it's just amazing private infrastructure, private network that allows us to do this kind of thing, allow richly our clients to do this kind of stuff. And you've seen it with your own eyes. I'm sending million email, I'm sending 500,000 email, I'm sending 300,000 email, I'm sending basically 2 million email in a single day. It's just amazing ability, amazing freedom, amazing liberation, to be honest, and amazing amount of opportunity that you generate. But this is just pure cold data that I'm uploading and sending. So when it comes to the email, I hope now you understand why I call this stream as email, and what we're doing in here at No Limit Emails, what I've been doing myself with cold emails, and here is the evidence for you guys. So keep watching out for my lives on this channel, and of course you can join me also every single night on No Limit Emails channel, and you can send obviously emails, also get this kind of results, especially when you target a little bit your stuff. So for the YouTube, just go to this YouTube No Limit Emails live /streams, or you land on No Limit Emails channel here, and the content is under the live tab. Most of the stuff in here is not many videos. As you can see, literally I don't post videos. Most of my content or our content in here is live streaming, just like this. So that's what you see. And I'm going to play a video in here from the channel. Hopefully you will enjoy that, and also you can understand a little bit. So go ahead and watch this and a few minutes, and then come join me about 10 o'clock, so we can basically meet each other on No Limit Emails channel, and so you can see with your own eyes what's possible, what else you can do with just a single domain that you own. So let's go ahead and play this. I think this number is not fake. Let me have a look at this. I don't know if it's me. Is it this one? Like 1 second. Let me just go back, guys, so you can see in here. I wanted to show you another email, another video in here. I don't know if it is on here or it is a private. So we have this one. There is one I did. Yeah, and here is this one. To be honest, I can't remember which one it was. Oh, it's this one here. So I'm gonna play this for you, because some of the videos after we've been live, guys, I put it in archives in here. All right, I think we are live. There you go. So enjoy this. Let's just I'll be back on YouTube shortly. For a second. And we have lined up this evening a pretty interesting stream that we want to share with you and have a discussion. And I also have a guest with me, and is a little bit more clever than myself mathematically. So we will be talking a little bit about the hidden cost of email scale, or scaling the email, be cold outreach and warm outreach. Hang on for that. Just before that, as always, this is Evan, behalf of No Limit Emails team and family. I thank you and appreciate you all being here live. And this stream we'll have Mr. Dr. Halfpenny with us, and we will be having a little bit open discussion about the hidden fees of the email industry and email scaling. And of course, we will share everything that we know with you so you can be enlightened, so to speak, not get burned. That being said, as always, thank you for everybody who's joined No Limit Emails over the years and freshly. We do appreciate you all supporting our work. And once more, congratulations to all of you who's got your account. And please, whoever hasn't got your account yet, just let us know. And if you have provided a domain and the Cloudflare account, that's so we can install the system for you. That's all you have to do in your end. There's no technical requirements needed by you. Simply provide us a domain, add that domain to the Cloudflare, and share that Cloudflare login details to our team, and we will do the rest. And of course, over the period of time, we're showing you what type of tools you get, and we're not going to go over that this evening. But this evening, I have a special guest, and we will bring Doug with us just a moment, and you can let me know when you're ready. We will bring that room on screen, and we will have a little bit a open discussion about email fees, hidden email charges, and of course, we will also share with you what we charge and how our system works. Instead of coming directly from me, we will get one of our, you could say, house members and very, very early adopters of No Limit Emails, and we will have a good discussion together. So he will.
Right now, there's a battle playing out at the heart of.
Let me just switch all this stuff off. So things are popping up on my screen, left and right, Google Ads and things like that. So let me just press those things, and we will bring a Doug at just a moment when he's ready, when he's given me go ahead, and we will bring us an on screen. Just before we do that, let me just kind of introduce myself. If you don't know me, that is fine. And I am Evan, and I'm one of the founder of No Limit Emails. And No Limit Emails is private email infrastructure, and we will share some more details with you towards the end. Also, we have a gift for you as well. Hang on for that. And of course, we will reveal some interesting facts for you and hopefully help you to make a right decision when it comes to the choosing what type of email services that yourself need to be part of and utilize. So this evening we have quite interesting topic matter, and also over the, obviously in the internet right now, there is lots of buzz going on about emails. And as we all know, there's many, many thousands of people involved in email scene. And we are just small part of that ecosystem. And hopefully what we do is to help you to make a right decision for yourself, and also see the actual cost and hidden fees and some technical details I will share with you towards the end. That being said, have a wonderful Wednesday evening. Welcome everybody. And let's see if we are live in the other room. And I'm just going to also join. I'm waiting for Doug to kind of let me know if you are on the YouTube. Let me know. And the other room, I cannot reach you at the moment. Just a second. Let me see if we can get a communication going here. So Doug says, nice Jalen background. Okay, so you can hear me. You're already on YouTube. Yeah, okay to go. All right, excellent. All right, let me bring us, and I will also join you in the other room. All righty. And let me also kind of switch things around here. And I'm also going to obviously close my camera in the other live stream. And now we should be able to see each other, hear each other on this room. So if you can hear me on the room, just let me know, Doug. Can you hear me? You can hear me,
Hang
right?
on. I
Yes.
got to make sure I'm
All good,
all
all
right.
good. You're all good. I can hear you well.
Good.
Uh, Welcome and happy evening to you. Thank you once more being here. And I hope you can put some light on the subject matter of this evening we are talking, as you've been doing quite a bit of emailing yourself. So obviously our subject matter is about really hidden fees of email scaling and scaling cold outreach, all that stuff. And
There's a lot of talk on the internet about, oh, we can do this and we can do that, but most of it is untrue. It, it's they talk the big talk, but they never talk about how much it would cost if they actually did. So tonight we're going to talk about how much it will actually cost you if you want to go huge volume cold email.
Yeah, absolutely. Like this is the, let me see if I am not double cameraing, so to speak.
Oh yeah, hit the 4 squares there.
So this is better, right? Let me also see if I can hit that 4 squares so I can.
Yep, there we are.
That's good.
Good.
Obviously on the stream side, what I'm streaming to, I was still having a kind of icon of E, but it's all right, guys. That is okay, but hopefully you can see.
You can
both
click
of us.
the little thing. You can go to the right-hand side, and I think you'll get a little side arrow, and then you can give us a little more.
Let me see.
Oh, maybe not. That's on the other stream. This stream is good. It's just the two of us.
Yeah, now it's better. Now I can see us okay, and both sides. That's great. So yeah, like who is better to actually have this conversation than yourself? Especially
We've played a lot with the dollars back years and years.
As you know, we had this kind of discussions before and talk on the private rooms and obviously privately as well as quite a few times and publicly when
We've
did it.
never done it quite like we're going to do it tonight.
No,
we're gonna say, tell it like it is, and then you can compare to all these guys that are going on and saying that they can get you huge volumes of cold email, and compare a price with them.
yes, absolutely. I mean, I am not very clever mathematically, not good as you.
I'm not either. I have a calculator. It's up here on my monitor. Actually, what I'm going to do, if it works, I don't know if we can do it or not, but as we go, as we look at say Gmail accounts and additional Gmail accounts and this sort of thing, I'm gonna try and share a screen here and see what it looks like. Do you think I can?
Absolutely, you can share your screen, but don't just share anything sensitive like Google and things like that.
No, nothing sensitive. So if I share that screen,
yeah, I see it good.
Okay, and then if you click on it, I think we'll go down to the side and it'll come up full screen.
You are good. You are good, actually.
Or am I full screen already?
Yeah, this is good.
Okay.
That's very good.
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah, you're good.
So you go ahead and as we start looking at costs and pricing and whatnot, I'll just calculate it and put it on the notepad, and then we can keep track of it.
Let's kind of make it simple and easy for people also kind of see and understand. Like just to start off with, let's say we have a benchmark that we got to send 1 million emails a day.
Okay. There we are.
So the cost per 1 million emails a day, Gmail count, Outlook, according my own calculations, that in order to achieve this, let's say you want to send million emails, and each email inboxes you allow to send 20 emails per inbox. So to make it easy calculation, you have a 1 million email to send. In order to process that 1 million email, you need at least 10,000 domains. And you also need at least 50,000 inboxes. So 10,000 domains, just out of the bat, let's say you paying $10 a domain, and 10 times, obviously 10,000 is about 100,000, right?
Right.
So that's just the domain you're purchasing. That's the annual fee. You got to renew it annually just for your registrar. This is without hosting. And then let's say the cheapest side that you can get this hosting, let's say it is anything between $10 to $15 a month. Let's say another $10 a month. You got to pay for your hosting, which is 10 times 10,000 times 12, right? Because you got to pay 12 months. And that's mean is almost, again, 120,000 a year, something like that, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It's about
Hang on a
about
Let's-
$120,000.
Yeah. 10,000 times $10
times
probably
12.
times 12. That's $1.2 million
That's yearly for sure.
per year. Per
Yeah,
year.
per
Yeah.
year.
It's
Because obviously
it's
12 months.
12 months.
So we have also,
So do you want to do it per year? Do you want to do it per month? I mean, it doesn't matter.
well, obviously
That's
12 is 12 months.
12 months. Yeah.
Kind of 120K a month. 12 months of obviously 12 times 120
Per year.
per year. Obviously, as a monthly, we know like it's going to cost $120,000 a month recurring fee on the domain hosting.
Right.
And obviously, we're just looking at this as annual. And then we're looking into inboxes. So as an inbox, you need to have a minimum requirement of 50,000 inboxes.
So that'll be Gmail or Outlook?
Yeah, Gmail or Outlook. Yes, like you could say both of them the kind of same vein.
So 50.
50,000 inboxes. And each inboxes cost currently what we look just right now in Google and Microsoft is around 6-7 euros, and Google's also 6-7 euros.
So that's
I mean, you could say $7 each. You could say average.
$7. Okay.
Yeah.
7, and that's per month.
That's per month. Yes.
Per month.
And that
So-
itself equals, I think, 350,000.
$350,000. That's per month.
That's per month, yes. And to also get the numbers out, like let's 50,000 inboxes, each inbox is sending 20 emails a day. You got to utilize, obviously, one of those guys, be it Outlook, be it Gmail, is they were just the same, but
So
we just
Outlook about the same?
about the same. Like, could be $1 off, $1 less, doesn't really matter much. Like,
Doesn't make much difference.
no.
Okay. And if they prefer Outlook, we'll just put Outlook underneath it here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So
Now,
then we have another fees. The other fees are account setup fees, email verification fees,
oh my gosh.
and obviously system maintenance fees and all that kind of stuff. So on average, what I personally researched and what people would charge me to do this is averaging between $10,000 to $15,000 a month just for the maintenance, upkeep of those obviously accounts and whatnot. On top of all that, let's say it's like $20,000 that you can cover the maintenance. And then
Account setup?
and account setup and admin fees, majority of them, they will have a retainers, like you pay something between, anything between 2,000 to 5,000 one-time fee. And then they tie you in to the retainer, obviously, for this part of that maintenance fees, something like between $20,000 to $30,000 a month. And this is the stuff that I've been researching, people telling me how much they will charge and all this kind of stuff. And we are going based on what kind of people giving me personally quotes. And this is just, you could say, top
So
of the
account
iceberg.
setup is a one-time fee of $2,000 to $5,000.
Yes.
One time. Okay.
So then we have email validation, part of this. You're looking for a million emails on places that I personally researched and done kind of digging, is averaging anything between $1,700 to $2,800 a month.
For a million?
For a million, that's just like one time. Like
Okay.
one-time fees, and obviously if you send in a million a day, that's mean you gotta verify every day.
Yeah, that's right.
So you do a calculation, let's say it's $2,000 times 30.
Actually, you're not going to get it for $2,000 for a million emails.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Like,
going to be almost a half a cent
yes,
for verification. So verification is going to be
for 1 million emails.
times, that'll be 0.05.
Yeah, like 5, 10 cents, and some places 7
0.05.
cents, some places.
Yeah, if you're lucky, you'll get it at half a cent.
Yeah,
Anyway.
like that's you could say the lowest that you could get, like what's in the marketplace right now.
Yeah. Let's do that. Times 0.05 is $50,000. And
Yeah,
that'll be a day. That'll be per day.
that will be per day, exactly.
And that's per day.
And then top of that, you're going to have a SMTP fees.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
So
Yeah, all right.
So on SMTP fees, let's just stick it with, let's say, Amazon SES.
Mhm.
and they are the kind you could say cheapest out there. That's what they claim anyway. So 1 million, I think Amazon charges anything between 4 to 10 cents.
Was it? As
They
it got
charge
bigger, though,
yeah, they charge 10 cents per 1,000 emails.
10 cents per 1,000, right? Which is 0.001.
Yeah, something like that. 0.001 each.
0.001 cent each,
Each.
or another one. Point. That's okay. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. We'll do that.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. So, whoops. 1 million times 0.0001 is $100 a day for SMTP fees. That's not right. That's too small. I think it's closer to 1,000.
Yeah, I
I
think
must have an
like they
extra zero
charge
in there.
10 cents per 1,000 emails basically. So like
10 cents
according
per
to
1,000.
yeah.
So 1, 2,000. Right. So that's $1,000
Yeah, that's $1,000 every time you send.
every time you send.
Yes.
Every time you pull the trigger
Yeah.
per day. We'll have to work these all out into something common when we're done.
Yeah. So then you're looking basically into another variable hidden cost of this is obviously IPs. In Amazon case is not a dedicated IP. You've been put it in the share hosting environment. So average dedicated IP cost, let's say it starts anything between $75 up to the $750 per IP
Per month.
per month. And this is if you're lucky to get one of those things. I mean, the
If you
cost,
can even get a dedicated IP, we've done some fighting just to get them.
yeah, like literally it's very difficult to get dedicated IP to do this kind of high scale emailing out. So again, you're looking per IP. Obviously, this is kind of also monthly rent. It's not one-time fee. So you're looking 12 times as you could say 750.
And how many dedicated IPs are you going to need to send a million?
In this case, let's just make a calculation of 5.
Okay. So 5 will be 352.
5 times 700, like 3,100, something like that, on just top of my head. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But if it's 750, I think it's a little bit more. It's nearly $4,000.
Yeah. So 5 IPs times 7 is 35. Two.
No, it's not $7, Doug. It's between 75
Sorry.
to 750. That's the cheapest stuff that you could get, but really not, you could say, solid dedicated IPs. Normally proxy type of IPs, they give you this kind of prices. True dedicated IPs with isolated metal servers, you're looking in realistic price, you're looking between $5,000 to $50,000 a month. I mean, we look in those IPs, they just like proxy residential IP creators and that kind of stuff, and you still will pay
Right.
this, but it's not true dedicated IPs. True dedicated IPs, actually something like what I just said. If you're lucky, get decent one for less than $5,000, you'd be very lucky. A month. So a month, yeah.
So if you're much more likely to burn the cheap ones.
Well, majority of those other system that what we see in the marketplaces are is just like residential proxy IPs, like they're not really true IPs at all. But they classed as an IP or a dedicated IP, but they're not really dedicated IP. For me personally, is has a dedicated bare metal service, and those itself is, as you know, average bare metal service from certain places, especially for email, very very rare to get, and is very very hard to get unless you are part of the private networks, like a gaming industry, casino industry, adult industry. Then you probably be able to do some deals. But like people like Amazon, Google, and all this kind of Outlook, and they would not sell you dedicated IPs.
Now, did we say why they needed 50,000 inboxes?
Well, because daily target to send emails of 1 million emails. This is what average numbers you need to have in place in order to be able to execute million emails based on a 20 emails sent per inbox, and each domain has a 5 inboxes, for example.
Right. So
And
that's 20 per inbox.
so you have a 10,000 domains, you have 50,000 inboxes, and this 50,000 inboxes divided by 5 to 10,000 domains, and
Right.
each domain has a 5 inboxes active, so you can send 100 email from each domain, basically, like according to this math, what I see.
Right.
So that's the reality of the cold outreach systems that out there selling multiple inboxes to try to scale email.
Right.
Hypothetically,
In order to scale, you need more inboxes, right?
yes.
Because of the daily limit.
Yeah, because daily limits, inbox limits, I mean, Outlook obviously limits you, Google limits you how many you send. So it's not like something new, it's there. So when we looked really whole ecosystem of industry, everyone is limiting you to a couple of thousand emails a day, basically. And then you have to have this kind of infrastructure in order to execute that. So if you are sending basically, let's say, a couple of thousand email a day, based on this calculation, you still need to have a bunch of domains, bunch of inboxes in order. Obviously, one domain,
Right.
you're sending only 100 emails, so you need to have at least 20 domains to send 2,000 emails, 20 domains with 5 inboxes on each.
Right.
You still need quite a lot of inboxes.
Right.
But we're
So
looking.
we'll have to do another one of these, but look at it, say to just send, say 1,500 a day, and then we'll do the breakdown on another live sometime.
Sure. I mean, if you kind of literally look at a million, it's easy to divide that and the lowest you
Yeah.
want. But really, it's all about ideas. Each domain is going to send 100 emails. Based on that, how many domains do you need and how many inboxes do you need, which is each domain's, we are talking hypothetically 5
Right.
inboxes. Some people can have 10 inboxes on a domain, just depending what type of setup they set up. But in a true reality of stuff, that's what we are looking is really, it was all about this volume stuff. Like, can you really execute million email a day with this old setup that is kind of being rampant in the world, and so many videos in the YouTube and everything else about those kind of things, but nobody's actually prepared to come to the public, do this kind of sums, show people what really actually costs, what is the hidden cost of a real cost of email scaling is, comparison. Everyone else does what they do, obviously, on about this kind of setups, comparison what is available and what yourself been doing last few
Right.
years and what I have been doing myself last few years. And obviously we know ourselves know the truth, and we don't pay anything near this, and neither we have this kind of complicated type of setup to kind of basically suck your blood dry before you communicate it with the world.
So this would require hours of maintenance, just hours and hours.
You need to have
maintenance.
actually team. You can't just have a, you could say, freelancer to do this. You have to have a higher full time wage on a team that, maybe a few people that does this kind of stuff behind the scene, which is extra, another wage that is hidden. The calculation is pretty simple. Usually every decent tech houses that can take care of this kind of stuff, you're looking an average per hour charge is something between $100 to $300 an hour. So,
That's scary.
so like literally go on YouTube, go on Fiverr, go on Upwork, go on any the freelance websites, try to get somebody that come into the tech. Normally they don't kind of, you could say, tell you their prices. First of all, they give you kind of some sort of vague estimates to tie you in. And when they actually have a control of your stuff, then they keep basically increasing fees on you because they know that you can't do this yourself. So they got you basically.
Right.
And then some cases, you just work.
Even if you're doing a copy and paste from inbox,
Yeah.
From sender to sender, it would still, you'd spend so many hours in a day, you couldn't do it yourself. This is impossible to do, set up like this by yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the kind of stuff that, as you know, I'm doing research and I do kind of get into people's feed and ask them what they would charge this kind of thing to do it for me. And over the years, literally, I haven't found anybody says, "Hey, I can work for you for a few hours, and you pay me $50 an hour." And everyone that I know of charging anything between 800, 900.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Barb.
okay, good. You can hear me.
We can
Sorry.
hear you. Welcome, Barbara.
Thank you.
Welcome. We're on live.
You are on live.
That is exciting. Hello, live.
Welcome. Yeah, we are just talking. Obviously, if you just joined us, to kind of give you a little bit of recap, we're just kind of adding things up about hidden fees of scaling cold email, sending million email a day. And so far, we haven't done the total sums, but I hope Doug has a couple of seconds to do that total sums.
Oh, do you want to do it by the month? Do you want a cost? It's a little tough because we know what the domains cost per year. I guess we can split the cost by 12.
Yeah, like generally speaking, this is the you could say just on average cost.
Yeah,
that will cost us if we try to do this today with somebody else.
Right. So let's do this. So it's about $100,000 a year just for the domains. So that's how much per month? That is about, let's say 8,300 per month. And then we can, that's per month. So we'll make the yearly costs into monthly costs, and then we can add up the monthly costs. Monthly. This is one time. So if we take 5,000 and divide that by 12, that's not right. I gotta clear that first. 5,000. I think I hit the wrong thing. Divided by 12. So this is your first year anyway. So this would be 460 $416
A month.
per month. Okay. In the first year. This would probably, well, it might or might not carry over. You'd have to find out later. Verification, $50,000 per day. So now per month, 50 to 3 times 30 days. So that's $1.5 million per month. 1, 5. Oops, one too many zeros in there. Per month. SMTP, this one's easy. I should be able to do this in my head, but I'll do it on the calculator anyway, just in case I get stupid.
It's about
Do it wrong.
30K a month.
Exactly. But I'm still going to put it on the calculator so they can see that I actually did it. So 30,000, 30 per month. And the bare metal server IPs, 3750 per month. So if we start.
That is, you got to multiply that by at least 5.
Oh, right.
So you're looking again.
Oh, I did. That
Oh,
is 5. It's
yeah.
75 to 750 a month. So 3750 a month. So let's start at the top. Okay, so let me clear all this out. So this is per month. Starting at the top for the domains, 8333 plus hosting 120 plus for the Gmail accounts or Outlook accounts, 350. Whoops. 350. 350,000 per month. Maintenance, 20,000 per month. Admin, 416 a month. Verification. Per month. SMTP, 30,000 per month. And then the IPs, 3750. And that's probably cheap per month. Equals. So we have a total of 2,032,499
A month.
per month.
Cost
So this is total. So there's your total. I mean, if you like to round down, it's $2 million a month to send 1 million emails a day.
That's right. I mean, it's insane, right?
It's insane.
So how many people that exist in the world can afford to pay this?
Just probably, and they're probably doing it. It's probably Fortune 500 companies.
Even Fortune 500 companies can't really afford this. They can't do
The
it.
value that you guys give, Evan, is just astonishing.
It's astonishing. It's
Also the
yes.
you know,
It's
quality of service and
mind-boggling.
such. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Like this is why majority of the people in the scene and the emails marketing scene, including well-established ESPs out there, and well as obviously this Google Workspace or Outlook Workspace, as we know, there are two major kind of players in the game. When we look their cost alone, I mean, like to just process million emails on any of these networks out of the hat, you got to kind of spend 350,000 a month in order to be able to achieve that 1 million emails sent a day. And what we're able to do, I mean, the reality is like we're looking like $2 million versus $397 a month. So what's the savings in here? I really don't know top of my head.
it's amazing, is what one could say. At least I would.
Right. Well, let's say you didn't want to send 1 million emails a month. Some of these costs are going to be pretty close to the same.
Your domain cost, your inbox cost, going to be the same, like price-wise, or just numbers lower, right?
Just the
So
numbers are lower.
let's look hypothetically. Let's say you want to send 100,000 emails a month, right?
Okay.
So if you are sending 100, obviously, if you send in million emails, that you need 50,000 inboxes. So if you send in 100,000, let's say you still need 1,000 inboxes, right?
Right.
Example, maybe a bit more, and you still need probably, instead of 10,000 emails, domains, you probably need 1,000 domains, something like that.
Right.
Because each domains only can send 100, right?
Right.
So in order to get 100,000 is 100 times 10, right?
Right.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
generally speaking, you still need have 100 domains, 1,000
Right.
inboxes, in order to send 100,000 emails a month. We are not like even saying that the day, but when you're looking in a day, obviously you need probably more. But like we're looking really the numbers that normally what we are doing, what we're able to do, right? I
Right.
mean, you send yourselves, both of you have sent 1 million email one day, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Actually, yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we just looking based on that 1 million email I execute, 1 million email you execute, and Barbara execute, and which is we already done. And based on that, if we went to set up this exact same execution on this old system of multi-inbox setup, multi-domain setup, and low volume send per domain, you will have this cost. You can't get away not have this kind of cost because there's no one else even. Is only what you could say what Google provides, what Outlook provides, in order some of us go there and set up few counts to send, each through each count send like 20 emails or 30 emails. And generally speaking, it's not scalable. Is all right to start off with. Don't get me wrong, is an option. And everybody.
If you wanted to, if you're setting up your business, of course, that would be completely fine to do it that way with, say, starting with, as you said, like 10 domains and see how much you can get away with and how many you can send. But then when you start adding to it, pretty soon you have to add people.
Right.
Where with no limit emails, you don't have to add people.
Well, with no limit emails, as you know, it's lots of this expenses being wiped out.
Yes.
And also technical elements, for example, the maintenance fee of just $20,000 top of everything else is being wiped out.
Right.
Email verification for like 1.5 million a month is being wiped out.
Yes,
Uh,
wiped out.
SMTP
SMTP,
is being wiped out.
$30,000 a month, wiped out.
Like IP is being wiped out,
Right.
right? Because all that
Yep.
is kind of come with it. And plus, obviously, the other technologies that we
Plus,
build.
you don't need Gmail. You don't need inboxes.
Yeah,
They're
all
wiped
the
out.
inbox fees are being wiped out.
The hosting is
Wiped out.
So basically, but you don't need 10,000 domains to send 1 million emails a day. You need 2.
You
One,
just need one.
you
to
really
be
only
honest.
need one.
Yeah.
One. But it's nice to have the second one should something happen. Maybe it's got a keyword in there that they don't like.
So you need like 100,000, a little bit, let's say 100,000 emails. You need 5,000 inboxes, and you need
Right.
1,000 domains.
Right.
Again, it's like just 1,000 domains, $10 each domain. That's $10,000 out of your pocket before you even send email.
Yep.
And well, it's like 5,000 inboxes you pay before you even send a single email, which is kind of pretty insane when we looked what we able to achieve last 6 years, and wiping all these fees and stabilizing the price is literally for a night out.
Right.
Like the price of all this prices, literally some people go out for the night out, they spend more money than we charge for sending
Then
million emails.
It's true.
And is
Yes.
also cheaper than, actually, I did look and I posted on a LinkedIn a couple of days ago on my feed. Is cheaper to send million emails with no limit emails than travel with a train from Manchester to London. One trip.
Yeah, you wouldn't get halfway across Canada for what we pay for our for no limit emails.
Yeah, this is why really important to kind of like talk and discuss this kind of thing in a public, so public kind of really don't see this hidden fees. The agency don't see this hidden fees. When
you can look at multiple domain or multiple providers, and nowhere do you get a complete breakdown like this. Like you can play with these numbers any way you want and start changing. Starting with 1 million emails, this is basically what you have to do. If you started with 100,000 emails a day, you could divide it by 100 or whatever it is, right? But some of them are still going to cost you this.
You see, because this reason, many people don't believe what we provide is the true, right? Because it's too true to be true.
Too good to be true.
And when they look at why our whole industry is charging this much, why you guys are doing like this low, and obviously is not about we are doing the low price. It's all about us enabling people be able to utilize the internet, what's supposed to be for.
Well, right at the beginning,
you're a unicorn.
Thank you.
People like you just don't exist. That's why people get so confused to know that we offer this, because nowadays it is just not the usual that you would see at a mailing company.
Well, the thing, when Evan started thinking about all of this, the point was to have the freedom to do it, to be able to send 1 million emails a day, to have the freedom to do it. And as it turned out, it's not free. It can't be completely free, but it can be virtually free, because with the amount it takes, what it costs to have a no limit email system, it's virtually free.
Yep.
And also, like, the reason we are able to do this and this kind of prices, we do not have dependencies of anybody out there, any network, any businesses, literally anyone else out there to dictate what kind of our network should do, should not do. Like, for example, most of these people would do this way as you know, they have to have this dependency. One dependency is, let's say you're using Gmail, you have a dependency to that. If you're using Outlook, you have dependency to that. It's not a infrastructure that is isolated by standing by itself. And
Right.
this is where we're able to kind of obviously to make it the way it is, like the prices. I mean, you, both of you, is a living witness. Since No
Yep.
Limit Emails, we went live in public and everybody can check our history in Warrior Plus or Wayback Machine. The price has not changed 6 years.
Right.
Comparison what we've seen in this industry and current prices, that what we are just kind of working out and, let's say, you know, rough estimation what the charges are. So we know to just process and send million emails a day, your monthly cost will be around $2 million. And, you know, just out of the gate, you
Right. But
have to
that,
have,
and that's,
go ahead, Dad.
that's out of, right, but that's also, that's like out of pocket expenses. That's the dollars. That's not taking into account the time, because you're hosting, you have to take care of your hosting separate here. You have to take care of your Gmail account or your accounts or your Outlook accounts separately. So that's time. You have to, the administration and maintenance is time. The verification, another login, and again, and somebody else's, you're using another system there. So that's time. SMTP, again, another system. So every time you add another system in here, you also take more time. So if you get rid of all those issues, the hosting is included. Your maintenance is included, your verification is included, SMTP is included. So it's all under the same system. So you're not having to log into 6 or 8 different places on a daily basis. We log into one. We do a single login. I mean, unless we have more than one system, of course, but basically we do a single login and do all our work in one place.
And that login is actually not somewhere else, it's your own domain.
Exactly.
It's like this itemized stuff that we're looking. Obviously, like you said, you got to log into the multiple places, and there's also some hidden dangers of this places. For example, like, let's say you have 1 million customers, and out there, who do you really trust to upload your customer list to verify it for you? You don't know how it goes, where it goes, who took a copy, who's going to pawn this later. You know, in reality is, so this is all about really isolation and giving us as an individual not being a position to be have a huge dependency to try to communicate with our clients. In this case, as we see, majority of people using this kind of system to just kind of cold outreach and stuff, but really the whole ethos of No Limit Emails, yes, you can still do that cold outreach, you can do the scale, but you do it within your own domain. There's nothing to do with anybody else. So again, it's like a reputational repair course, for example, alone, you're looking again like richly have to have specialist companies to reverse your reputation, for example, or to protect reputation. That, you know, data safety alone is kind of huge headache and huge cost. We even haven't put that in, like cybersecurity of the data security cost. So it's pretty insane when you're adding all these things up. And obviously people out there, they haven't had an options like No Limit Emails before. I mean, we didn't have it. That's why we have to kind of work hard and create it and make sure that it takes us to where we want to kind of go. And also, obviously, in our case, you guys are kind of being, you could say, major artery vein of No Limit Emails, experiencing with and experimenting with, sending whatever you wanted to send. Nobody's there to say, hey, you can't send this much today or this much tomorrow. And that's, again, is like by adding all this on top of what we see on this prices, literally you're looking between, $2 to $5 million expensive if you're doing million emails a day. I mean, right now we have people in the no limit emails, they do 5 million emails a day. I mean, that is 5 times 2, that's $10 million a month, basically for $397 a month. I mean,
I wasn't even going to actually say the dollar amount, Evan, because if somebody wants to challenge what we've said here, all they need to do, I put the URL at the bottom of that notepad.
Yeah,
There's
they can come and talk to us.
Someone come and talk to us, and we'll show you what we do, and talk about the dollars, what it costs, and it is exponentially smaller than 2 million per month.
I mean, literally, when you put the both on the kind of same page, people will kind of be shocked. Literally, last 3 numbers of ended at 2 million, even kind of cheaper than that.
That's the thing. But you see, that would stop people from coming, because they won't believe it. It's too shocking. They need to. We just need to talk to them. They need to talk to us.
Well, that's why we've been recording whole history last 6 years on the public places.
Yeah,
like
it's all there.
All there, right?
Yep, and they can see it. But if you don't believe it, come and talk to us.
Well, like that's what we keep saying, Doug. Like, don't believe it, come try it.
Yeah.
And then you decide.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, it's nothing for us to prove to them. We're already proving to our own selves that we can do.
And this 2 million a month is on the low end. We didn't go for all the high end ones.
Mm-hmm.
This is the low end ones. Gmail accounts at $7 per inbox. This is low end.
I mean,
except for the IPs.
You kind of like hit the nail on the head, and we are doing literally just what Gmail charges today. For example, $7 a month per inbox, right?
Right.
Outlook charges something like between $5 to $6. And when you try to literally scale it up to the, let's say, be it 100,000 or 1 million a day, not even a month, like we're not talking about a month, we're talking about a day. And I have not seen anybody in the email industry ever, like I've been in this email stuff last, you could say, decade. So, and I have not seen anyone in the world, in the whole planet, unless obviously, hackers and crackers and spammers set up like proxies and, send the, millions of emails and then burn out. But we're talking about really business entity that able to send million emails every day as long as they like. And we never seen it. And we kind of look at the whole ecosystem of things. We decided to do something that literally empower everybody who's really need the specific tool of communication, for governments, for businesses, for charities, for humanitarian reasons, for, private individuals that are running their business from their bedroom, or nomads like myself. When we look at it, is literally we could not find anything in the space to accommodate the numbers that we are kind of like looking at. And the reality is not about myself. It's not really about no limit emails. It's all about whole email industry. So we are exposing essentially whole email industry to make the individual and the businesses to be empowered by email instead of being subjugated this kind of fees that nobody can speak to their own clients. And this
also, I see this as having been taken apart piece by piece by big companies. And okay, we're going to look after this part and we're going to charge this much. Say the SMTP. Okay, we're going to look after verification and we're going to charge this much. Now we're going to do maintenance and we're going to charge this much. And we're going to do inboxes and we're going to charge this much. And there's all these people chopping it all up so that everybody gets a piece. Well, no limit emails, Evan and the team said, okay, we're not going to chop it up. We're going to put it all in one place so that it's yours, which is all part of a movement of a person's business being their own business, not split into little pieces where you, in order to run a business, you have to pay all these people all this different money.
Well, like looking this as a business person yourselves, when we look this current setup, who's in control?
The people you're paying.
And not just the people, as you can see, it's multiple companies. If it was just one, you could say, okay, it's just one, but really it's multiple places that you have to kind of be, you could say, reliant on in order to really run your own business, which is you work hard to get, your clients.
Actually, well, that's funny when you think about it, because you have to keep all these people happy.
Yep.
Because if you do one thing wrong and one of them shuts you down, they shut down your whole business.
One of them goes, whole thing collapses.
Well, one of those things, let's say verification, if your verifier is not working, the whole thing collapses.
Yeah, of course, like this is the whole idea. Like we decided to do something totally for the people, not for kind of gaining, huge amount of profit off misery of the people. This is misery on people. This is misery on business. This is extortion, in my view.
This is putting the control of a person's business back in their own hands.
Yeah, exactly. And our principle is all about really the individual thing, about the human thing. It's about human having the power over technology thing. But what we look in these numbers is about technology subjugating all of us, basically, like you could say ransomware, ransom fee. I mean,
this does look like ransom values.
Yeah,
this is like ransom.
Yeah, exactly.
$2 million a month is ransom to run your business.
And top of this, you're gonna pay this, but then also you're gonna advertise every single company that they will be embedded their own logo bottom of your communication. So you're paying this kind of extortions, and plus you're advertising them while you are paying them this kind of stuff. That's the crazy side of this. Anything else you guys like to add? And we've been running about an hour, and this is amazing, actually.
I think this is a really good one, Evan. I think this was a wonderful idea, but now we have it to fall back on too.
Well, the reality is we have to kind of, as you know, explain stuff, show people what reality is everyone is facing right now, and what's the options they have. Everyone, of course, is free to choose the way they want to do their business. I mean, we are here to do our own thing. But when we look at reality, what's going on right now in front of all of us, this is what exactly is out there. This is exactly what most people will end up paying to do this kind of stuff, especially scaling this kind of numbers. I mean, people who really don't believe, they can watch the channel that a couple of days ago, as you know, I sent 600,000 emails, 800,000 emails, million emails before, 500,000 emails. Yourself
over 3 million emails in like 6 days or something.
Yeah, like yourselves, it was not like just, oh, maybe people say, oh, this is the guy kind of BSing. He's got the system. He's probably just doing all the fake stuff. But really, the truth is, yourselves as an individual, another side of the world. I didn't pay you guys to show up tonight. I didn't ask you to say things you want to say or not to say. Nothing scripted in here. It's all about truth. And the truth is, yourselves have the exact same systems that we have. You yourself triggered 1 million emails plus 2 million emails, in some cases 4 million emails in a single day. And none of this costs ever occurred. And none of our kind of systems are ever kind of send a notification, say, hey, today you sent too many emails. Tomorrow we're going to block you. Right? Has that ever happened to you guys?
Problem. No.
This the reality. This is the truth. Is all about really not myself kind of showing up and kind of doing the videos and showing the people, but this really is all about you guys having the same experience now, probably even before then. You know, me and Doug, we talk about this kind of numbers before, like fees and stuff, but times have passed. Like, you know, we are also kind of been here for quite a little bit more than a decade, not half a decade now. And half a decade having a price stability for any business and any business manager in the world out there, they do everything, you know, like they sucking people to try to do the price stability, right? And when we looked really on this industry, there's no one else ever in the world able to do that till we came along. I mean, I don't see any evidence by anybody else in the internet. And everybody's got internet. They can search and find me one tech company, one communication company, one marketing company, one advertising provider company. In the last 6 years, not increased their prices. If you find one, please come collect my house.
Yeah, actually, with this, there's the challenge with this particular live, and that is, if you don't believe our numbers,
all right,
simply.
Okay. Before you go, would you like to say something, Barbara, and anything that you like to say, anything you like to plug?
Something. Well, you said you wanted me to say something. About a plug about myself or my feelings about
floor is yours.
Yeah, wrap it up. It's floor is yours.
All right. Well, you can all find me at virtual-coach.com, where I am having a blast teaching folks lots and lots about making money online, AI, marketing, all that great sort of stuff. And glad to see you all. I'll catch you guys in a bit.
Thanks, Barb. Hey, just like what Barbara said, I highly recommend you go check Barbara out because she's got latest product is just amazing. You will get lots of it out, lots out of that. Just the latest one alone. Never mind going through her blog, and you will be kind of be loaded with wisdom and knowledge how to do a good business on the internet. Believe me. You will not find any better person in the planet to teach you stuff than Barbara and her experience. Thank you for being here.
Our resident coach.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, any last words from you, Doug? And
yeah, I just want anybody who's watching this and saying, oh yeah, sure, just take these numbers, because this is all you need. And if you don't want, if you think 1 million a day is too many, just change the numbers and go out looking. Look for hosting, look for domains, look for Gmail workshop accounts or Outlook accounts, maintenance, verification, SMTP. You can go through, like Amazon has SMTP services. So check there. And if you think our numbers are too high, go out and prove to yourself that these numbers are not outrageous. I mean, they are outrageous, but what we've got here is as close to the truth as we can get. We didn't go out to make ourselves look great by faking numbers. These are numbers that we pulled off the internet, and you can go and do it too and prove to yourself how much it would cost you for that. And if you don't need to send 1 million a day, come to meet.nolimitemails.com, public square. And if there's nobody there, there's usually somebody there, but if there's nobody there, just leave in the chat, leave how to get a hold of you, whether it's a Facebook or Messenger or whatever. And when we come back on, we'll get in touch with you.
Yeah,
I'm Doug
absolutely.
Halfpenny, Doug.Halfpenny on Facebook. I have douglashalfpenny.com, of course, and it's sitting there under construction. So I should probably put a page where you can just get in touch with me. But just come on Facebook and friend me on Facebook, and I'll get back to you.
Well, thank you both of you for your time. And as you know, it's like the stuff we do is nothing scripted. It's just general having a, you could say, open discussion about really what's going on in the marketing and email and everything else. So this evening is obviously should be eye-opener for many people out there. And like Doug said, we stick to the true numbers, what is out there, what other people charge. And of course, you can also check out what we do and what we charge, just like every single cost in this, what we kind of work out in here is being wiped out. You can still do this kind of numbers for yourself within your own domain and have a better control than this, and have a basically peace of mind for your safety and obviously data security and obviously data hygiene and all that all in one place for you when you are decided to join us. But again, it's just join us, go through the Meet No Limit email public square room, ask anybody in there to invite you into the network before we also kind of have a new direction happening in our setup, and get a total benefit of this and lock yourself in a price that maybe next 10 years will never go up again, and join into the basically family in here, so we can help you to do this emailing without all this kind of crazy expenses occur on you. And of course, safe way, and as well as friendliest way. And of course, we also understand this business, and you need to have a solid state of communication and safe place that you can handle your own communication. And beside that, as a gift, please use Meet No Limit emails for yourself as it fits for your life, and as long as you want to use it, and go and experiment with that. But if you do also want to send million emails and you want to know how it really works, come join in basically public square, and I can share with you latest few campaigns that I set up and is still active. And of course, anyone in that room has the power to send million emails front of your eyes if you want to still don't believe this works. So it's just not myself.
That's true.
Right? So
Anyway,
take care, everyone.
Evan, it's been a privilege to be here tonight. I really enjoy being on with you.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate your time. I know you're busy, and I really appreciate you all. And thank you, Barbara. Thank you to you. And I will speak to you both over the other side. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. And take a screenshot of this. Don't spend 2 million, guys.
Yeah, don't spend $2 million. You don't have to. Not even close.
All right. All right, so
Okay.
take care and goodbye, YouTube. And if you still kind of like on the edge thinking like we're talking nonsense, come and have a discussion with us. And if you have some other kind of ways to show us that you can do, invite us in. We can become your partner and your client if you can do exact same thing what we can do for you. Go ahead. Don't be shy. Bring your pet with you and wear your pajamas if you like.
There's a storm inside my chest, words I can't release, locked behind my heavy breath, longing for peace. Every feeling tries to rise but falls and stays remote. Love's a secret kept so close, caught in my throat. When silence falls between us, don't think I'm cold. There's a fire deep within, waiting to be told. Words that come from the heart aren't always spoken. They get caught in the throat. Voices broken. If you want to hear them, look beyond the show. Find the stories that my eyes alone can show. In the quiet of the night, when no one's around, truth dances on the edge without a single sound. If only I could speak, break the chains I hold, but love's the silent language that needs to be known. Don't ask me for the answers I cannot say. See the feeling shining through in a different way. Words that come from the heart aren't always spoken. They get caught in the throat. Voices broken. If you want to hear them, look beyond the show. Find the stories that my eyes alone can show. Maybe one day these words will finally be free, but till then, see the heart behind the mystery. Listen with your soul, where the truth takes note. Not all love is heard, some is caught in the throat. Words that come from the heart aren't always spoken. They get caught in the throat. Voices broken. If you want to hear them, look beyond the show. Find the stories that my eyes alone can show. So when I'm silent, just know there's more to me. A world of words unspoken for only you to see.